And welcome back to Let's Play Okami. Last time we got a bunch of new abilities, which is kind of the norm. But we ended up at this cliff that is only accessible using this origin mirror. So you're probably thinking, you kind of glossed over this last time, and if you're not, then you're probably thinking it now that I pointed it out. Yes, this was a stray bead. So just wanted to point that out, just to make it really clear. Yeah, that's what was in there. It's a good reward. And now we have to fight the origin mirror again. Gosh, this is not fun. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of motion it is. So, you know what? We're just gonna be like, screw that. And we're gonna do something different. Hello, Mr. Treasure. But what we're gonna do is actually go slightly away from that point. Where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go over here, actually. Are there... Oh, why are there two origin mirrors right next to each other? That makes no sense. Anyway. Is it over here? The thing I'm looking for? Here it is. So... Well, frankly, considering that... to be honest, the X does not mark the spot in this case. We're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way and warp using the mermaid spring to Shinshu Field. Now, at the end of the last video, I think I alluded to doing more side quests, you know, like the marlin hunting and everything. I'm not gonna do that because, like I said, that's like 5 videos of side quests in a row, which is to me a lot. So we are instead going back to Shinshu Field to do one more side quest. One more side quest. Only one. Now, I have a feeling, because pre-recording, that I have a hunch that people probably could have been telling me about this for a very long time. But I obviously couldn't see it for obvious reasons. But there's this guy that we actually never talked to. Ow, ow, ow. What's going on? Ida of the Dangan Express never trips up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Must be a curse. Express messenger Ida. I don't have time for falling over. People are waiting for mail. Those monsters must have set some kind of trap for me as a joke. Darn it, I knew I should have brought a traveler's charm. Hey, Pooch. That's a traveler's charm you've got there, isn't it? Oh, yes. I feel so light. My body feels as light as a feather. Thank you, Pooch. You saved me. Can't hang about. Gotta catch up on my deliveries. So we get praise, and that's cool, right? Right. Pretty cool. And he's off. But yeah, I don't know why I never thought that guy passed out on the ground was anything suspicious. But, he's actually super, super important. Also, I never fed... Oh, I did feed those. Never mind. Crisis averted. I'm not completely inept at side quests. Only partially inept at side quests. So now we have the fun task of actually trying to find him again. Now you're probably thinking, why? Oh, hi, there you are. Because he's got an exclamation point. Does this whole thing feel familiar to you? By any chance? Does this feel familiar at all? I just want to talk to you, dude. Let me talk to you, and he despawned. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. There we go. Okay. I said okay like 5 times now. Anyway. This might feel very familiar, and you may recall, because sequence breaking, that Hayate alluded to having a brother. Well, his brother turns out to be Ida. I think I might have said Ida before, but it's actually Ida. Or I don't think I actually said his name before, actually. But anyway, his name is Ida. Where the heck is he now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But you're probably thinking to yourself that, you know, mailman running, exclamation point over the head. This is all feeling very reminiscent of the races with Hayate. Well, it turns out we can race him too. We can race Ida. Except he seems to be a lot harder to catch up to. I wonder if he actually does go from point to point delivering mail to everyone. I just want to talk to you, dude. Phew. I'm firing on all cylinders again today. So what do you want? What's with that twinkle in your eye, Pooch? Do you want a race? Okay, Lightning Ida will give you a run for your money. Ready, go. So, same shtick. Now, one thing I would be curious to see is, does Ida scale up or down depending on who you race first? Caught up with me already. Never guessed about a real sprinter, Pooch. Now it's 1 point for you. Yep, all the deja vu. I was actually reading something something bad about the PlayStation version. I was reading that the PlayStation version actually took out cutscene skipping, and I don't know if this is true because the article was kind of garbage, but if that is true, that's just kind of interesting to note. Though, in all fairness, it makes more sense to me logically that the game would be more based on the PS2 version, and maybe the PS2 version didn't have cutscene skipping. I don't know. But again, this review, I almost want to put reviews in quotation marks because how awful it was. Yeah, it was kind of odd. For example, they were very critical of the fact that all the characters don't speak in English. Like legit, one of their points. Oh wait, I just heard that Suso took on Orochi. That was like forever ago. That's really something, huh? Maybe there'll be less monsters getting in the way of in Shinshu now. Anyway, you haven't forgotten our little competition, have you? I've been practicing. I'm a whole lot faster than I was before. Anyway, can't check. I'll fly. So yeah, we were obviously. The point is you can do the first race. So rescuing him first. Oh frick. Thanks, game. Thanks a lot, game. I still need to get those other, 200 Demon Fangs, because I kind of want that gold ink pot, too. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but, Lightning Ida, as a name, Lightning, I know means like wind, or hurricane, or something. I think it means hurricane. So there's definitely kind of a weather scheme with their naming. So just want to point that out. Not for sure. Yeah, and I switched back to the level 2 glaive because I just like it better. Just the level 3 glaive is just kind of unwieldy. Maybe not unwieldy per se, but just doesn't feel right because it's so slow compared to all the other glaives. And yeah, to be honest, because Hayate was kind of confined to a very small route, finding him was a lot easier. Just saying. There we go. Hello, good sir. And we're in another battle. I got that one guy without even trying. It's actually funny, I was thinking about this the other day. I mentioned Breath of the Wild. Like that will probably happen around June-ish, depending on how long Paper Mario takes. But it also occurred to me that I also didn't bring up the point that the whole Switch thing was a lot earlier than I expected it would be. So, Switch or no Switch, just wanting to point this out, Zelda will be happening. Just saying. Because it's also on Wii U, I could just play it on Wii U. It's just one of the really nice things about it. But again, either way, I will probably do Breath of the Wild close to June. And I didn't really go into why, and this really isn't the best place to talk about it, but frankly, we're just doing tedious, busy work anyway, so we might as well. The reason why is I would not play that blind. I'm slowly figuring out, not so slowly actually, I've actually been thinking this for a very long time, that I'm not really cut out for this blind stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm cut out for blind Let's Plays. Like, it's kind of hard to describe, but I just don't think it fits my vibe, I guess you could say. Maybe it's because I have to be a smart aleck about everything, partly. And I can't really do that with a game I've never played before. I need to talk to you. I Lightning Ida want to challenge you. He's gonna threaten to throw away his title, isn't he? I'm not gonna run staring at your tail wagging anymore, pal. Just blah 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 blah. My family treasures the gimmick gear. Okay, so it is actually a little bit different. Cool. Actually making progress. And yeah, I know I'm skipping his dialogue, but I'm pretty sure most of his dialogue is the same as Hayate's, except for giving up the gear instead of his honor, essentially, or his title as a mailman. That was a lot easier. No way, Lightning Ida of the Dangan Express being in the greatest and most important match of my life? Hahaha, you haven't just scored a point off me this time. That's gotta be worth 1,000,000 points. Ahaha, well, a promise is a promise, Pooch. My lucky charm is yours. It should always belong to the #1 sprinter in Shinshu. Yay. My little brother from Yoshima said he'd seen— oh, hey. Guess you must have made a name for yourself over there too, huh? Well, you're the fastest creature I've ever met, that's for sure. I guess the gods won't mind if I'm relinquishing the title of Shinshu's #1 to you. But it is an important title, so make sure you honor it, okay? I'm gonna keep on running and running and running, and one day I'll take the title back from you. You'll see. Okay, on a slight side note about this, because I got doing dialogue. Again, I have every intention to play Breath of the Wild, but I will probably wait at least 3 months because, quite frankly, everyone else will be streaming it. Well, almost everyone else. Probably there's gonna be a fair chunk of people who are just playing Bomberman at launch because it's the first Bomberman in like a million bazillion years. So yeah, I think there was an XBLA Bomberman, which, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that great. Just pretty okay. But then there's also Act Zero, which is, as I understand it, really underwhelming. I've never played Act Zero, mind you, but yeah, it's apparently very underwhelming. Okay, so one thing we never did was go over here and check out that big wait, where are we going? Here. This is it. Look on the map, there's a cat call. Kabagami Mark, being the more specific name. I keep calling it the cat call power because cat call tower, and even though it's not technically right. That, and we got a path. And yes, this is, I know I said 5, yeah, we're gonna do 6 bonus content videos. But yeah, this is just kind of a thing where we were in Shinshu Field, so we might as well just do this now. Apparently there's something special in here. Now, I'm not entirely sure if we need to equip it. Okay, it's not an equip. We just like, what do we do here? Also, are there any weird symbols on the wall? Because I don't want to get tripped up by that again. My masterpiece is but one step away from completion. All I need is the final part. My invention would dramatically improve people's lives. It is the greatest test of my talents thus far. Contraption maker Gen. I know not how you made it all the way up here, Snowflake. It is unusual for me to have visitors. But your timing could not be better. I needed a break. Would you like to hear the new scientific theory I'm advocating? No thanks, we're not really into that kind of stuff. Now wait, we could talk about something else. I'm quite a traveler and have seen much of Nippon, you know. And I've collected many strange odds and ends during my travels. Sculptures never seen before, strange stones unlike any others. Such things have led me to believe that many ages ago, Nippon was home to a completely different civilization from ours. Of course no one would ever believe me, but still I gathered these odds and ends from my contraption. Ha-de-da. So basically, this gear is part of this contraption, is my guess. My odds and ends are like a dear old friend to me. Isn't that special? Can we go now? No, please wait, this is where it gets interesting. As you doubtlessly noticed, I'm nearly done with my masterpiece. However, I'm missing the very last piece. I've come so far only to be thwarted at the very last step. And what is it? College Hope Bridge. Cool. Now my masterpiece is blah 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 blah. And there it is. Without a single gear, my contraption will not move an inch. We got it. Snowflake, that gear of yours, could that be the gimmick gear? The very last part I require? Appears to be the perfect size and shape. Indeed, that is the very gear I'm missing. Give it here! Please, I must have that gear. Oh, thank you, my fine furry friend. When my masterpiece is complete, I shall write your name in small letters near the end of my encyclopedia of contraptions. Now, to complete my masterpiece. Okie dokie. Are you ready, Snowflake? You're about to witness history in the making. My contraption is about to come to life. It shall herald a monumental advance in people's lives. Now for the moment of truth. I, again, the contraption maker, give you my masterpiece, Lightning Bringer. I can see a pattern. And I fricked it up. There we go. That was actually clever, how they portray it. Gekigami. A transformation of all this good weather to saw. My power had diminished while you were away, but that man's zeal and your own pure heart have restored my power. I have harnessed his fervent energy to bestow upon you a new power. Light up the sky with a thunderbolt. Sweet. Not sure what this is used for, but it's cool. Look, my design was not flawed after all. Maybe a bit overpowered, but at least my masterpiece is complete at last. Get no P, please nerf. It would appear that you do not quite understand. Such a grand invention as this may well be beyond your comprehension. You should go look at my house from the outside. Why? Wow, that's really something again, this huge thing to move. But enough about that. Remember that shape you drew on me? You know the shape to fill in the missing part of the wire? Well, that's the mark of Gekigami, the god of lightning. Just by drawing that mark, you can summon lightning anytime, anywhere you want. Sure. Let's do this again. Hi. Okay. That worked. Stray bead. I had read that was there. I forgot it was there. I was only concerned with the power, not gonna lie. Yeah, why are we observing it from the outside? I don't know. Yep, Ami's greatest weakness is small fences. Anyway, we have gotten every power in the game, all the secret ones, except for the last two upgrades for the brush, or the power slash, and the cherry bomb. And we also have one more power that we can get in North Ryoshima. Now, I would get it now, but this is, I think, the 6th video of non-stop side questing. So I think we are actually gonna call it and resume the story, because this is getting a little bit insane, actually, just how many side quests there are. And yeah, there was actually one more wanted list we could do in Ryoshima. But I think we'll save it for when we go after the last new power. I don't know, that's just how I kind of want to proceed at this point. New unknown territory and whatnot. In any case, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Okami.